Hey everyone, welcome back to the Art of Save Scumming. It's great to have you here as always. I'm doing a little bit of playing around with Kairos Fateweaver, and I think I have my new strat for him as far as the open is concerned. So let's just scroll down in here and I'll give you the point. You can see we are not at war with anyone. Have not discovered Oxyotl yet. And
Your small schemes are of no interest to me. Consider it done.
we now have a defensive alliance with Techless. Now, this doesn't really have to last very long. The purpose of this is to get him to fight Oxyotl because we're not actually staying here. I am relocating Kairos to Cathay because Cathay is considerably easier of a punching bag than all of these Lizardmen factions here and over here in Lustria. So why not just not fight them at all and go somewhere else? So to accomplish this, first things first, you come through here, you take this position, you do the same transfer that we always did with Sotherel's Watchers to entice Techless to come down here. Somewhere along this campaign movement through the Southern Chaos Wastes, we sell Volutrax to Sotherel. Techless comes down here, takes this settlement. You then confederate Sotherel, so you still get to save Sotherel, and then you can start selling these settlements back and forth and using your changing of the ways to take the settlements. Meanwhile, you are building this one up to a tier 2 settlement and putting 2 military buildings in it at tier 2. This entire way across here, you have consolidated this province, and you're not really looking to build this up. You're just looking to get to a level where you can get some economy going, so when we land over in Cathay, you have something to build off of. And a couple turns later, Kairos has landed over on the eastern coast of Cathay. We're going to go ahead and take this position from the minor faction that is associated with Nakai and start setting up our empire. And over the end turn, we get declared war on by Oxyotl, and, of course, Techless comes to help us. The only settlement that you can't sell is Fateweaver's Crevasse, because that is currently your capital. You want to get rid of the rest of the settlements in that province, because otherwise your capital will shift to one of those other ones instead of your other province that you have on the continent. This is a little bit later, turn 36, and you can see that I've consolidated a fair amount of empire over here in Cathay. What's going on over in the original territory? Well, not a whole lot. This province over here, you can pretty much keep this if you want. As you can see, I've generated enough money here to sustain a second army. I've started to build that second army here at Occam's Forever Maze, and I mean, it's half built. There's plenty of money there to build a full stack to be able to defend this should Oxyotl be able to overwhelm Techless, or if Techless just simply decides that he's done with that war and decides to fight you instead. Just over the end turn, we lost our defensive alliance with Techless. As you can see, we don't have any diplomatic relations with him anymore, and he's probably likely going to turn hostile towards us here pretty soon, but he will have wars on both sides of him, so you might have an opportunity to take this back and also have enough economy to take the fight to Oxyotl if you still wanted to do that. If you wanted to play defense, though, you can see here that if we stayed over here, we wouldn't really have any association with any of the Lizardmen tribes over in Lustria that ultimately become the real sandpit for most Kairos Fateweaver campaigns, in my opinion. So being able to stay completely out of Lustria and just play defense against Oxyotl seems like a decent way to go, but of course, you can just completely abandon this province. By the time he was able to conquer this province from me, I've probably got just as many lands over here to be able to replace that income. And really, I have never seen any faction use a sea lane. So I don't know if you've seen that in your campaigns. Sound off in the comment section down below, but I don't generally see it, although Oxyotl does have the ability to jump around the map. So it is possible that he could come after us that way through that mechanic, but I don't really see that happening either. Maybe super late game if he has finished his war with Teclis at that point in time. But I would say by that time, you've probably consolidated quite a serious empire with plenty of money to build plenty of armies to be able to smack those back down. So this is my opening strat for Kairos Fateweaver now. Thank you very much for tuning into the Art of Safe Scumming, and hopefully we'll see you on another one here pretty soon. Bye.